What's going on, guys? Speedaholics here, and today I'm just gonna make a brief video explaining my experience so far with this stainless steel clutch line that I got for my 350Z. So I've actually had this part on the car for a little over a month now, so that video you saw of me unboxing is actually kind of old. But I wanted to wait it out so I could get a feel for it and how it feels and stuff like that, so I can give you guys a good input on it. So if you're not familiar with this at all, basically what it does is, especially for the 350Z, is it helps get rid of that mushy clutch pedal feeling. That's kind of a common problem that I have read about with these cars, and obviously it happened to mine, that's why I got this part. But essentially what happens is, if it's really hot outside, or if you're in traffic and you're like shifting gears excessively, obviously, then the clutch pedal starts to get kind of soft and mushy, where, like, you know, obviously when you press it down it feels really soft, and then when you let go of it, sometimes it actually gets like stuck halfway, and it'll either come up on its own after like waiting a second, or you even have to like pull it up with your foot sometimes. So obviously it's not a good feeling at all, and it can really lead to some damage to the clutch and obviously be expensive in the long run. So the one I got was from Z1 Motorsports, and it was about 30 bucks plus shipping, and it was actually recommended to me by Anthony J350. He makes great videos for the 350Z and the G35, so if you guys have one of those cars, you should definitely go check out his channel. I'll put a annotation in the video. But anyways, you also have to buy new brake fluid, which will, because you have to bleed the clutch in order to put it in, so that's also going to be another 30 bucks. And I actually had a buddy of mine do it, who owns a shop, just because I'm not really familiar with that kind of stuff. So he did it for nothing. It's actually not that bad from what he told me, but I just have never really done anything like that before, so I just didn't really want to screw around with it. But anyways, it's actually been really awesome. So like for the first, like, I want to say 5 miles maybe, the clutch actually felt like even worse in a way, and I was actually starting to get kind of like freaked out. And like I drove the car back home from the shop, and then I drove it around my neighborhood a little bit, and the clutch was still like getting stuck, and it was almost like getting stuck even worse. But I was like, all right, like, let me just, you know, wait a few more miles. Let me, you know, test it out a bit, let it sink in maybe a little bit. And then once it kind of started to get settled in, it's actually been flawless so far. And it was probably the best upgrade I've got for this car. Obviously, I really like the exhaust, but this is just so good. If you get that mushy clutch pedal feeling in your 350Z, I would absolutely highly recommend this. I'm not sure if you guys are going to be able to tell, but the clutch pedal actually comes up a little bit higher with this. Normally it's at about the same length as the brake pedal, but then this moves it up a little bit higher, which I don't really mind. It doesn't really matter to me. I can just adjust my seat. But in terms of how the clutch feels, it actually is so much better than stock. It just comes right back up even after, like, I've driven in traffic with it a couple times with this in it, and it never gets that soft, mushy feeling. It always just comes right back up. Like, it, you know, obviously it should have done that stock, but that's just a problem that a lot of these cars have. It also makes the clutch pedal a little bit stiffer and heavier, which some might not like. It might just be kind of a burden for them, and it might make it a little bit more difficult to drive. Personally, I don't really mind it, mainly because when you get that kind of soft and mushy feeling, at least for me, it kind of just freaked me out and made me worry, you know, am I burning through the clutch? Is it gonna like die on me? Because obviously clutch replacement is pretty labor intensive and expensive. Overall though, the entire upgrade is probably gonna set you back 100 bucks between the hydraulic line. Then, as I said, you need new brake fluid because you need to bleed the brakes when you put in the new line. And then also, if you have someone install it, that might be, I don't know, maybe around 50 bucks, just because it doesn't take a while. It's just something that's kind of intimidating, I guess, to people that aren't really experienced with that. Overall, though, if you guys are getting that mushy clutch pedal feeling, especially for the 350Z owners out there, highly recommended. Like I said, it just made the car a lot much more fun to drive, just because you get that peace of mind that you're not burning through the clutch, and it's also a lot more smooth to drive. As always, guys, thanks for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. See you guys in the next video.